for another Stamp and Stencil Savvy. I think that's the name. And this month it is to do watercolors and stamping. So I'm going to be doing something a little different. This will be a quick video, and I am going to be doing some watercoloring with watercolor pencils and a water brush. And I'm going to be using the watercolors to fill in this stamp from Kindred Stamps, and I wish I could see the title of it. I don't really know what it is, but it's obviously the Monsters Incorporated title. And I'm going to be using my new favorite thing ever, which is the postage die from Postage Collage Die from Waffle Flowers. And I'll link where to find both of these in my description below. But let's just get So I'm going to start with Mike Wazowski, and then I'm going to go to Sully. And I know Sully's too big, but we're going to find a place that he can fit. We're going to go to Boo. And I'm going to end up changing the Boo that I use because I want to have a good phrase. And they have the phrase, wishing you a monstrously amazing day. And I want to make sure that I have that phrase on there. So I'm having to move some stuff around. And I realized there's another Boo, the one of her in her monster outfit, that might be more appropriate. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take my favorite archival black ink. And for this, what I'm doing, the important thing to note is you should have archival black ink to stamp in, because you're going to use water to move around your watercolor pencils. So you want to make sure that your black doesn't bleed. So you want to have some black ink that you can press to not bleed when you put the water on it. So I've got the archival black from Close to My Heart, and I'm using that. And you're just going to watch me stamp all of these in place. It's pretty repetitive. It's pretty easy. The one thing I just love about this particular collage set is that, or the background die, is it just gives you a great place to put little stamps or little embellishments. And it makes making a card super easy. So if you have a card, if you're not a big card maker, and I'm not a big card maker, I don't make a lot of cards, but I have some stuff and I like to be able to make ones when I really need them. And this is one of those situations where I know that I can make a card very easy with a couple of stamps and maybe even a sticker here or there, and I've got a cute little place and it's going to look great. They have stencils that go with it that you can color in as well. So overall, this is just one of those sets that makes your life super easy. So I'm going to end with the sentiment that's going to go right there on the front. And now I have the base of the card. Now you could do a lot of things here. The biggest one is you could just leave it alone. And you could send it just like that, a black and white card, and it would be super cool and anyone would love to get it. But I am going to take my watercolor pencils and that water brush, and I'm going to create just a little bit of color in each of these shapes that I stamp. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is check to make sure I know what colors I need to use, because I am obviously forgetting. So I pulled up a link. I'm going to put all my colors out there. I'm going to first start with green. Now, the reason I like the watercolor pencils and the watercolor brush is you can kind of just fill in a little bit, and then the water is going to do the rest. So right now I'm filling in with kind of a lime green, and then I'm going to put a darker green around the edges, and that'll give some shading. And it looks really messy. And I would be embarrassed if my kindergartner gave this back to me. I think I'm going to show you what it looks like when I start. So the beauty of using the watercolor pencils is I'm going to take my watercolor brush, and it has just a little bit of water in it, and then I can soften and move the colors around so you don't see the pencil lines, and it really just looks like a solid colored image. I absolutely love that. This is one of those things that I do quite a bit. I am sorry, my mother called right in the middle of this, so if she watches this video, hi Mom. So we're back and we finished Mike, and now we're going to go and do Sully, and we're going to do Boo, and it doesn't really take that long. This is a really easy way to do coloring. It doesn't take a lot of supplies, and the other thing is it's not messy. I know a lot of people have a real hard time with watercolors or with painting or with some of the other things we do because it makes this huge mess. Well, the only mess here is this watercolor pen, this water brush. You can get, I use one water brush for everything. Some people have different water brushes with different shapes and sizes. You don't really need that. I find that if I just have one and I have that paper towel that I can wipe it off between colors, it works just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do Sully in blue and then add the purple splotches to his blue coat on the bottom. And then I'm going to do Boo. So I'm going to stop and we're going to fast forward, put some music on so you can see me paint the rest of it. So we finished doing all the coloring, and now we have embellished with a couple of hearts in the right colors. We're going to stick this on a card base. Here's the finished product. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.